Alright, hello everyone, welcome back to Elden Ring's channel. We're playing Torrents and the Spellhoarder with April, Joe, John, and Tommy. And we're going to be back at everyone's, what's the name? Everyone's darling. But first, please introduce your characters.
All right. Hello, I'm April, and I am playing Mayra Deepscar of the Azure Abyss. She is a Triton and a Paladin, Oath of the Open Sea.
I was going to hold up a fork when you introduced Mayra to be like your trident, even though a fork has 4 prongs on it, but it would have been so appropriate. And I feel terrible that I don't have a fork on me. Hi, my name is Joe. I'll be playing Rax. He's a Worm Slayer Ranger, if you can believe it.
John?
Be playing Ko, the Echo Knight, who is wondering what the new ship will look like.
Good question. Hi everyone, Tommy here. I'll be playing Feromolars, the young bronze dragon ranger.
Alrighty. So, this is everyone's darling. A place where sailors and locals as well mingle and listen to Dustin Coldhand's Seltzer playing a very strange tune and a very strange instrument with his black painted nails, and it's very high pitched and very quick. Sometimes it's melodic, sometimes it's just all over the place, but people seem to enjoy it, and it really mingles with the sounds of the crowd, the clinking of glasses, the shoutings, the laughter, and of course the smell of beer, smoke and sweat. It's a place where you can get away a bit from everything that happened so far, and while April is working back on the ship, the boys are busy having fun, and you sit at a table. Another very obvious feature of the place is that, true to its name, being everyone's darling, the proprietor on purpose hires very young, very attractive girls to be servers, which of course, kind of these sailors make cat calls and sit on my lap and serve these calls to these girls who seem to be very, very used to this and act very professionally in this whole atmosphere. They're sitting there, Rex, Ko, and Feromolars, who is of course drawing a few eyes, and you have to clear a few chairs to and maybe push a table aside with your tail to be able to fit next to Rex's and Ko's chairs. But you're all there.
Suspiciously eyeing the half-dragon proprietor.
Yes, who looks like a rich noble from one of the clans, basically sitting behind the counter, counting some money and making some notes, drinking some beverages. You ordered some stuff which just arrives very quickly. It's not watered, it's really good quality, and I give you word.
Right. Well, I do think we're in a rather dangerous environment, leaving Mayra on a boat like that. We've already been gone for a while. I say we get our drinks, get it to go if we can do it.
I like it.
Large slugs.
Alright.
Might be a place we can come back to.
Yeah.
I'm curious about.
No, I'm sorry. No, you go ahead, John. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Well, no. He definitely looks around. And is like, does anyone else paint their nails besides the lead singer? I didn't know there was a human custom. Yeah. Seems weird to do.
Alright, so you guys leave the place, as I understand.
Joe,
We lost Joe.
Oh, you lost me?
Yeah, are you
Well,
here
there
now?
you go.
I
Yeah,
see
I'm
back.
here.
He's here.
I'm here. I never loved you. I've seen other folks do it, painting their nails. I've never done it because I don't like color much. I'm more of a earth tones. I like green.
Bronze.
I like bronze, and so I guess I do like color. I just I don't know what looks good on me. I usually just buy what fits.
Well, thinking about finding your own color, I would like to ask Tommy to drop a pin because for some reason I erased all of them. I don't know. But thinking of finding your own color at location number 3, where Tommy's going to drop the pin in a moment. You walk out. Of course, Mara is back on at the dry docks at the location 1 of 15. That is the top one here. Oh, we have a pin at 15. I'm sorry, Tommy. Sorry. I just realized. So I put this here, and you're back, Mara and Aishlin. You're back at the dock. You know all these handymen there, or workers, or shipyard hands. They place these particles of this magical implement that will conceal the ship. Everyone foot, nailing them in, screwing them in. You help with the unseen crew. Sometimes these helpers need to assist the unseen crew's work. You know, like they don't do such a fine job as the professional craftsmen there, but you expedite the process, and Aishlin is just standing next to you, watching around, being a bit nervous, of course, from the whole situation, and sometimes asking you, about how you're going, what your plans are to progress with the situation, and how you are going to find out where the Sahuagin invasion is, where to send Morgar to prepare your raid on Arvanshi to liberate it. So that's his main goal. I would just like to emphasize that his motives are more around it. Of course, he's concerned about slaves, and he's ready to help for so many reasons, actually, to get these slaves out of the Seat of Scales and to meet Lord Yestriel. All right, so where do you guys go?
Back to the
ship.
I was gonna say, with all sorts of snacks and goodies, we head on back and.
Now Joey's going. Anybody watching the
street?
Anybody watching us knows why this is happening? Please leave a comment and let us know. More technically enabled than us. So yeah, you walk back to this place. Well, these locations I told you earlier. There's a big inn, the Sweet Home it's called. There are these. They call it the Stone Drake Bartizans. These huge towers, like defensive structures with these huge stone heads. Actually, I will show you images of that later. And then it's all the maw and all of these docks, repair docks and all that, and you go back to the same dock, which is closed, of course, for obvious reasons. Huge double gate. You knock on it, somebody comes in. Oh, it's you. Come in. And then one of these workers lets you in, or sailors, workers, and then you're there, the Flame Drake inside there, and everybody's working on this diligently. Tomorrow, just to put time in perspective, tomorrow is going to be the day when the Chase of Dragons, this chariot race of the 6 ancient houses, happens actually around the most. So they told you that this inner semicircle around the bay is going to be the area where this happens. A very short distance.
Right outside.
Yeah, right outside, between the road outside, basically, which is going to be a very short one, obviously, because these are quick chariots and the distance is very short. They also, all these workers, everybody's talking about it. It's going to be very intense, and who wins, and I'm going to make bets and all that, and everybody's going to be there, and then hopefully by the end of the day you are going to be finished with the ship and you can sail. They want to meet. The harbor master will come back at night to meet with you and set the plan and discuss the more details if needed.
I think Mayra is very focused on whatever she can do to get the ship ready as soon as possible. And kind of in that mode of we can only do what we can do until we get to the next step where we can do what we need to do next. Being as, the harbor masters, we're waiting on the slaves and when they're going to arrive, I think she would ask specifically. So we're traveling. We're taking these slaves and we're traveling to Clan Ystrel and Lord Ystrel. So that being, that actually just answered the question that I think she would have had. I think that she's just very focused in staying on task.
You just remind me that I forgot to make a brief recap here. And I'm going to keep it very brief. The situation is that you saw the true colors of the harbor master, and this is a good, in a good way. Liberty and Hope, the two young girls from across the street, basically the tea house, they introduced you to him, and it turns out they are part of a secret organization called the Children of the Coffle, which has very strong ties probably to Lord Slissander Yastriel, one of the ancient houses, which is located near the Gullet. And the Gullet came up several times so far. Once, it's where the Yastriel estate is, and this is their territory. Second, that's where Lord Rinavaram Shatterwind went to research something, because he's a war mage. He's dabbling in magic, and his son confirmed that he was very focused on something only arcanists can understand. He had no idea what it was. He went there and he has this research. He's late. He's a punctual man, known for being very strict and on time and punctual, and he asks you to look for him. This place, from the letter, from his invitation letter, in his invitation letter to you, he mentioned that this area where he researches is in the Gullet as well. And
on the other side of the Gullet.
On the other side of the Gullet. So
in the Gulf.
I will show you the map. The estate is, and the domain of and where the estate actually is of the Yastriel is inside this inlet, and then outside on a rocky western side of it, as it turns out from the letter, is Lord Rinavaram Shatterwind conducting his researches in something connected to the arcane. And then there was a third thing. It was this puzzle piece that you found, just to mention the third thing, where the Gullet came up. That's what was written on. So the hole on this strange crystal piece was encircled with a deep sea Elvish inscription which said the Gullet. And yes,
in terms of geography, because we have two options. We can either go to the Gullet.
I'll show you the maps.
Just because this raises some questions.
And all questions must be answered. Let us zoom in on the Gullet. So yeah, very cleverly we put the huge logo of Clan Yestriel. This is an inlet. So there is here, if you look at this map here, this is a lake inside, and there's only one entry here. Oof. We'll try to pull up a map without all the using tokens and icons. Please, Toby, go ahead and then.
Yeah, just
while you're doing
my point that in the Dreamer, so basically the last Rinovaran Chateau in position is somewhere here on this shore, and the estate is here on the other side of this mountainous area or rocky area. So we can either go here and then go on land to this place, or we can go by ship to this place and then back around.
Are we? Oh,
so-
sorry.
No, go ahead.
I was gonna say, are we all back together, or are we all still
yes,
separate?
yes. You're
Okay,
all,
we're all back. Okay,
you
great.
went through the gate. Somebody let you in. Yeah.
Right. Okay. Good. Go ahead, April.
No, I was going to say I'm so sorry to have to bring this up, but I am only able to see the question mark when it's showing that the image didn't load for me.
Oh no.
Same here.
Let me try to before I make a fuss, let me try to reload Albert and reload the page and see if that brings it up.
I will upload right now the tokenless version. Maybe that refreshes this whole experience. I'm gonna load it in a second.
Yeah, it's still, reloading the page didn't do it for me.
Yeah.
One sec. Which is not optimal, but let's try this. Please reload it now.
Well, the Calhaithy map just came up.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is the gullet. This is where we have no tokens in this map. This is where Clan Yestriel estate is located, on this inner cliffside. And here outside, there are no hexes on this map, but this is about one hex, about a day's travel on foot, on foot. This is a 24-mile distance. This is a rocky western area. So his letter said, from this western side of the gullet, I'm going to return, and you shall break bread and confabulate.
Right.
That I remember.
And is it still the same evening, or has time progressed?
This is where we can progress time, but this is night time, sort of.
Okay.
Getting late, nearing sundown. Next day, you need to spend the whole day. There's going to be the chase of dragons, and at the night of the next day, you are supposed to be finished and meet with the harbor master to progress the plan, which is his plan, which you already discussed, is taking the ship to the gullet with the slaves on it.
And we had made the decision that we were staying on the boat tonight. We were going to sleep on the boat, right?
Yeah, as far as I know.
Confirming with everybody. Okay, great. In that case, I think once we get back to the boat, Rax is going to raise up the bottles that he got, and there's more in the pack with the party crew, and shouting out to the any of the deckhands that are working in the Mayra. Oh, we brought the good times to all of you. Take a break, lads. Fill your cups. Let's enjoy this time that we got before we all die in the morning. And just start passing around drinks and find a place to put my feet up.
All right, well, these people have been instructed to work as hard as they can, like without any stopping.
Looking around.
Some of them come to you and sip into it, but the rest are like, yeah, would love to, but when it gets really very late and they get really into the night, 10ish, 12ish, and they just physically can do more than they start coming to you, and sipping on the ale you brought. I don't know what quantities you're talking here, but there's quite a lot of them. So
I mean, we can't leave with this stuff. That's got to be some sort of law that we're breaking, right? We've absolutely got to finish everything tonight. It's the only thing that makes sense. We can't take this with us. What are we doing? We're not paying an export tax, but we got to wrap this up.
well, they join
It's the
in
only
and
safe thing to do. Myra, have you ever had anything like this? Taste this. It's hot and sweet and all at the same time. And it feels so good and it warms your belly. Try it.
And Mayra takes it and pours out a very small, and
She
then
was pouring it out into the water.
like all of these sailors gather and they go jump, 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 jump.
I was like, dang, man, that went hard.
yeah, no, she pours out a small little dram for herself, and then lifts it to her lips and barely lets any of it wet her lips. Quite refreshing. Thank you.
Give out a big cheer. Oh,
Yeah, everybody cheers. Yay! And soon,
Go.
yeah, and soon they fall asleep, sort of like everywhere, like in the dry dock, on the main deck. You know, they just pull something under their heads, and they do this because they know that they need to get up early and keep working. You know, and they're also a bit frustrated because they say that, well, for that, I don't know, for like 5 minutes of the chase of dragons, we're gonna stop, right? And they're like asking, kind of like, you, Mara, you know, do you mind if we go? And like they look at you as a, you know, the boss now, you know, working on your ship, and you know, they're like, we're gonna watch it, right? I mean, we go out and watch it at least.
I think as the crew had been settling down and Max is, filling them up with libations, Mayra has been moving amongst them and checking out for any injuries, even if they're just minor, working with different tools and whatnot if people have cut themselves. And she's, kind of spreading, making sure everybody's refreshed and healed and comfortable. And as those questions are coming in, she nods somewhat. What's the word? I'm with a sigh of acceptance of the inevitable, and of course, breaks.
You do. It's gonna be great. You're gonna love it.
Yes, breaks are something that are required by law. Though I am happy to.
It's gonna raise the spirit. It's rare. It's once a year, so yeah.
Of course.
Did Rex consider riding in the chariot race?
I know
Or anyone.
I know it was all on the table, but I think there was this kind of like sense of we need to go check on this guy and make sure that we know where he was last seen at. So that's where we need to roll to. So I know we had talked about it, but I don't think that we had made the decision to do it.
Yeah, I think that was kind of exactly the Lord Drunner brought it up, and I think it was under consideration. And then we went to the tea house. Everything that happened there, it never came up.
Yeah, what he offered was that he was really drunk when he did so. But what he offered was that if you participate and if you win, because his house needs to be represented somehow. So if his house isn't represented, then that's a shame. He can't really assign anybody to the task he sees fitting. He heard your heroes and all. Maybe you're capable of doing this and winning the race. And if you do, then you can keep the Thunderbolt Charger, his super magical flying chariot. That was his offer last day, 1 day ago. We'll see what he says now. Being maybe a bit more sober, but this is what you're, what you've been left with.
Well, what's our thoughts on all this?
Thoughts on what?
On this race?
What? It's an annual event that they've been very.
No, I know. What is it? It's a system for processing information, but that's not important right now. Oh, your thoughts on this race? If we need to represent this house and all this,
Can you win it?
do one of us need to drive this thing?
Can you win the race?
I don't know. Can we win it?
I can
What's
pilot
involved?
it.
We don't even know what's involved.
It's a chariot race. I can
Nice.
pilot a ship. I don't know that chariots are like ships.
I
It's
could
a
go do
year.
little sabotage on the other chariots.
That is dishonorable.
Oh, that's true. That's true. That's why I won't do it.
It's a yearly event, so obviously all of these people around you know about it, know how it goes.
My thought is that he must have not been too concerned if he's getting drunk the day before, not finding someone and offering it to random people he's never met to race. I think Sun Shatterwind should have to face the music a little bit for not seeing through annual events well. I mean, annual events are important not just for the family, but for the clan and for the whole kingdom. I mean, it's when you need to be the representation of your family.
He planned on riding the chariot, but he broke his leg.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's right. His leg was broken.
Yeah.
Well,
Well,
shouldn't
that all maybe
or give you broken legs.
that all being the case, he did mention representation for the clan. If there is loss, if this is truly something that a loss of face is something that Lord Shatterwind, who is looking to convince the other clans to assist in the battle against the Sahuagin and whatever else maybe they have allied with, seeing the race through so that Shatterwind is able to maintain his standing and continue support. That is my only thought on it. But again, I know ships. I don't know chariots.
Well, we know that Sherwin's they can't convene this council without that vote. And if winning this race does more to help out with all that, maybe it is a good idea to do it.
No, I'm glad you guys are wanting to help the clan. I just
I'm not interested in helping the clan. I'm interested in making sure that we have the necessary force to go up against the Sahuagin.
I think this would be a distraction then. Us even just resting, I think, is better than getting distracted with other things. He seemed to have no plan, no backup. I mean, I don't know. I wouldn't dare think of handing in my community a seasonal festival off to some strangers that just walked in. I mean, we have a whole kingdom worth of people that the thought of it.
That's true. There's got to be someone else.
Yeah, I would hope so. Or it will help us learn more, I think. If not. Not to stop either of you if you want to, but
Well, it's a team decision, for sure. I think maybe the question is this something we need to worry about?
As I've already said, my only worry is anything that possibly puts in jeopardy the battle against the Sahuagin. And again, whatever allies they have. I don't know the Moors, and I don't have any idea how important this actual chariot race is, or this clash of dragons. It seems a frivolous waste of time to me, but then again, they're slavers. That also seems a little odd to me. So I don't pretend to know what influences, is this something he can lean on and say, we are a strong clan able to do this, or even the not participating in a race would lead others to say, you can't even leave your son in charge. I don't know. But
winning might curry favor with the father.
That's true, and I was going to say, the way you put that about a son being in charge, it might diminish, if they don't have representation at this thing, it might even diminish that clan a great deal more in front of the other house. Because the only draw with people like this is power, right? Power and glory and station. That's what puts them way up high. What gives them more. And if there's bad forces trying to do all this bad stuff by the good guys not being represented, it just gives them more power than they need. Look, the big fear that I've got, and this is not my home, but if it were, this is what I would think. Move out the dissenting voice when a threat's on the way. And then say, well, they're not here and all this stuff and we don't have what we need, but I have a solution. Give me the power and I can repel these forces and do all this, and all of a sudden you've got a place that's under martial law, all the power resting in one place, and that place is wildly corrupt. But no one saw it coming. That's what I would do.
that was far too complex for me to follow.
I followed you exactly.
Yeah, right? Make yourself look like a savior, and then when the time comes, take all the power and do big betrayal. Because you've got to diminish the strength of all the other people in order to do it.
Either way, I will cheer you on, whatever you decide. In the race,
Not taking over another nation.
We're not taking control and power. I am for it.
Yeah, I would like.
He's a little obsessed with it, so I think Rax goes over and pulls over
Had
like a
me
big,
at martial law.
like a big round barrel, and rolls the barrel out. And he's also a little, he's a little stumbly and a little tipsy at this point. But rolls the barrel over and pulls out a bunch of coins and drops the coins on the barrel and starts sorting them. Right, look at this. Gather around all this. We'll take all the silver and move the silver onto one side and the gold on the other side and put a copper in the middle of the gold, right?
Yeah, some of these sailors stand up and start watching what you do.
Don't touch it.
No.
Touch it. You can have all this when I'm done.
Yeah.
So, all this gold, that's the dragon place. That's all this. All the silver is all the fish people. They're coming. Don't tell anyone I told you about that.
What?
You didn't hear that. These are the evil forces that are coming to destroy everything.
What?
No, I'm joking. This is all just, it's all pretend. Anyway.
Okay.
And this copper piece is the one evil guy that needs a lot of power because he's aligned with all these silver fish people, right? But he has to look like the gold people. So it makes the gold people feel like, we have no way to defend ourselves because, the council's not together and all this stuff and, we don't have a way. And he says, well, I know a way. I know how to align everything and I've got this army and this military and all this. Give me the strength. And then they go, yeah, because no decisions can be made by the government. So they give them all to this copper guy.
Wait. What is a government?
No. Shush. You're ruining it. Get it somewhere. No, listen up. So he kicks the barrel a little bit. Listen up, mate. So the silver guy or the copper guy says, "Give me all the might, right? All the decision-making ability. Give it all to me." And I can really pull the army together and do all this stuff. And they say, right, no one else can make decisions or get it done. We're going to give it to you. He gets all the power. And then all of a sudden, what's he do? Well, the army's actually aligned with the fish people. Welcome them in.
And all they had to do was give away all the strength they had as a community to one person, and that person was corrupt and just waiting for the right time. But everything has to align for a plan like that to take place. And the first thing I would do is you get the good guys out. You get the strongest people out. You weaken them. So if you can weaken the foundations, you can break right through and rebuild.
All these listeners are scattering away, sort of getting bored. You know, so
Who wants
except for the one guy you promised the gold to. He's eagerly standing there, waiting for you to finish.
In his drunkenness, Rax is going to scoop up what the few gold pieces that are there and start firing them off. He can do that thing where he shoots out coins. He's just firing out coins at people. Oh, that's for you. That's for gold for you. You're going to have to chase that one. I hope you're a good swimmer.
Well, they go after the gold and they pick it up and you know, get back to their places and watch it from there.
Anyway, that's what I would do.
So who's the copper?
I don't know. That's what we got to figure out.
And what does this have to do with the chariot race?
Absolutely nothing, but maybe a lot. Because if you're going to diminish people, and this place is built on glory and taking it, maybe one of the ways you diminish people is by taking away things that are important to the populace and make yourself look like a hero. And if these are the people that could beat you, and then they don't have representation, well then you look even more like a hero and you get more voting power with the public. But old Rax don't know nothing. I come from a rather disgruntled and difficult childhood, as we all do. And, you know, I didn't grow up in all this, but I grew up right underneath it. So I saw it. I know what I'm talking about. Thank you.
You should
What
write.
do I know? I also choked a man to death when I was young, so I mean, I'm not full of good decisions.
Okay, you again
He
draw
must
some
have
attention.
deserved it.
Listen, you
No,
there.
he didn't deserve it.
Here's what I
Get better and better.
Here's what
What's
I
that?
Here's what I propose. We have all day. We will continue the work on installing. If Mayra steps away from the ship for any reason, does that delay the installation of the cloaking device?
No,
She's the one handling the unseen servant.
I don't think you give the command. Well, I'm the DM, I should know. No. No, you give the task and they continue doing it.
Okay. So here's what I propose. We have all day. And it should be a small matter and a small amount of time and effort to repay a visit to Lord Drunard.
Drunard ship.
Lord Drunard. And either ensure that he has found someone or can find someone to participate in this race. Or we assist with that in some way. Which again still gets around the fact that if nobody knows how to drive a chariot, I don't know how we are even the ones who are expected to help with this. Navigator tools. I have navigator's tools, but that's
you can all ride the horse, ride the chariot, ride all that. But you know, obviously, if somebody has the tool proficiency or the vehicle proficiency, that's a huge bonus.
I have
Not
vehicles,
for the
but I have.
Thunderbolt Charger. You don't need it.
Okay, I was gonna say because I have vehicles, but it's water specifically.
Yeah, why don't you need it? It grants you.
Yeah, it grants you vehicle proficiency.
Okay, so you drive itself actually, but you don't know that yet.
You don't.
Right. All I know is Mayra's like, yeah, I can drive a ship. How different is a chariot?
Left, right is right. More power is more power.
Right, exactly. The horses do the work.
All right, so you move inside the ship and
That's definitely, by the way, the thing for us to consider. Not to metagame, but can we succeed at skill checks that are not strength and dex and constitution?
Well, it's
I
one of
would say
those.
Rack has the best chance at this, right? What do you need to drive a chariot?
I don't know how is that a thing? This is a martial party.
Right, but who's got the Mayra doesn't have a dex. She just, stomps around.
And she's darn good at it too.
All right, so you move inside the ship and take the night, and you have a long rest, and you rest well inside the ship. And when you wake up, you see, if you wake up late, you see these people already starting to work and back at work and hammering away. If you wake up early, you see them getting up early and getting very quickly ready to do their job. The harbor master arrives in the morning, sees, overviews the whole thing, and confirms that you're near finishing it. And again, if you want to talk to him, ask him about anything, then please do so. I'm going to drop his image in there, but he then, as quickly as he came, he leaves, and he also mentions that he wants to show a face in the crowd, not to draw attention or anything. And the city, you hear, is getting ready for this event. So if you look outside on this main street, the Wavebreaker Boulevard, Wavecrusher Boulevard, I'm sorry, you can see that they are setting up these huge statues and these elevations on the road, and marking the sides with cords, and setting up all the decorations and all that. People are looking around, walking by. More people are there than usual, and it's all getting set up.
And the obstacles as well, some of them.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, you see huge dragons that you, for some reason, put up on the street, and they bring
cordon off the street.
Yeah.
So the plan is that we go meet with the sun again and see what's been done, since he's had some time to sleep it off.
Let's check this magical chariot as well.
If you guys think so.
I mean, maybe he's found someone to drive it. I do agree with Cole. I think this is his business. But then it comes down, I think, also to what damage could be done by misrepresentation in a place like this.
All right, so you take to the streets and walk the way of the dignified, this upward sloping street, to the Worm Rise, to the gates of the Worm Rise, bordered by these huge statues of Santorosian noble heroes. And you see two different dragons this time. One is a red one and the other is a black, guarding the gate. These Fangs of Order, these young dragons, both of them fly down. One of them sits on the head of a warrior statue, and the other just lands in front of you. And let's say the red, being the bigger and the bulkier, lands in front of you and asks your business, and then you show your invitation letter, and you're escorted by both dragons to the fortress-like, more dwarven style residence of Clan Shatterwind, where you knock. Or actually, they hear the dragons roaring, there are guards outside. You don't need to knock. There are guards outside, armed to the teeth, and you're escorted inside. And again, this head servant meets you, and he asks you whose name is. I have to write it down. You are asked to wait in this lobby area, which is an open garden with stone benches and bushes and some palm trees, but also a lot of martial exercise instruments like targets and and all kinds of dueling areas and all that in the garden itself.
Nudging Co. and that looks like a good time.
Yeah.
And
Now, once we have a moment or two, we should try out some things.
Yeah, I do miss doing a bit of this. Having some
Yeah.
fun. I was hoping we'd get completely blasted last night and get into a bit of a ruckus, but you know we've got business to do and work to do and all that.
Yeah.
there is a gate that opens into a more inner, where we have already been, an inner garden area or an inner courtyard, where soon you are escorted. You see guards, and the head servant opens the gates, where there is this throne, and on the throne sits Drunard, Lord Drunard Shatterwind, whose image I'm placing here in the middle. His leg up, cast, and already having a bottle in his hand. And you see, as on the image, his eyes are really narrow, and he is obviously drunk again. And he goes, "Oi, hello, heroes of the wide realms. Welcome back, welcome back. I hope you decided to ride my chariot or found my father. Which one is it?"
One moment. Turn around.
And look at the group. Mayra and Lars and Co. And
I'm sorry, what? Mayra just keeps leaning in closer.
You
and
can't
closer.
hear you. Your mic
Yeah.
cut off.
I'm at a loss.
If you're leaning too close, it cuts you off.
I'm at a loss.
Didn't find the father yet.
I think
But
It was,
I think
it
we
spoke
simply took-
yesterday.
I think we simply tell him that we are looking to acquire equipment to go find his father and go back to the ship.
Go.
Mayra?
Agreed.
So,
We'll be right back with your dad.
oh, I hope so. I hope you find the old man. He needs to. He has important things to do, and the council is also, he's not adjourning until he is back. He's still in charge of this house and his domains. So, yes, please find him as quick as possible. Also about the chariot race, it's going to be today. You want to see the baby rolling? You want to see the Thunderbolt Charger? Maybe it brings your, it helps with your appetite for winning the race. Bring up the Thunderbolt Charger.
Code just kind of sits down like, okay, we'll hear this.
I hope I can convince you.
Yeah, Mayra is still sitting there thinking, what a barbaric society that they roll babies in the middle of in the chariot race. That's very dangerous.
It must be Tuesday here in the land.
So soon, one of the guards standing behind this obviously magical self-rolling chariot rolls in from an outside from a side gate which is opened. He drives this chariot in, which, as you can see on the image, looks like a chariot with a blue dragon head made out of metal, of course. It has these blades on the sides of the wheel, wings folded behind it, but obviously mechanically able to expand them, and all the horns and everything. And then Lord Drunard says, "Isn't it the beauty? This chariot can drive itself. It can breathe lightning. It can even fly on its own. So, I have not found any better drivers and candidates. I was really hoping you return such heroes. It would be good for your fame as well to win this race, and also for my family. We can't be left out. It would be a shame." With this leg, he looks at his leg.
Yeah, with that leg. Suck it up, man. You said it drives itself.
There is not enough wine and ale in this house for me to get over this wound. If you have this spell, I heard was named. What was its name again? It's regenerate. Good sir, good lord. Regenerate. That could help me. Can you do this magic?
You know what you should do? You should take a couple of belts, and some belts they have a little. You know how the belt works? Like take off my belt and hold it up. You know how you thread the belt through and it loops on and it latches. Well, turns out you can take a handful of belts and link them all together, and then you can strap yourself to this chariot and just go like a hero with a broken leg. It'd be amazing.
He laughs.
People be like, "Oh, look at this crazy fool doing this." You know, on the
You're a
they had a
funny
broken
man.
leg, and he played all of his shows with a broken leg.
Well, that's quite different. I would probably break another leg. You're a funny man. I like you. He says.
No, be serious, man. Maybe it's time to, I don't know, put on your rights. Do this. Step out from behind whatever shadow you lurk within.
You don't need to do this. I will find somebody if you don't want to do this. And hopefully they will win the race. This chariot even, it has its own will, sort of. It can ride itself. So there is just very...
Why not do it yourself?
Because I'm not risking another leg. Look, I'm in pain with this one. Maybe these brandies help me a bit, but I can't do this. And I'm also not feeling too well, he says. Look, I understand if you don't want to do it, but this is the least important thing now. What's more important, and he kind of get a bit more serious, is that you find my father.
Oh, well, that makes that decision easy then. Good, because we are ill-equipped to do this anyway, and we do have other things to focus on in order to
Your
find him.
choice. Thank you very much for visiting me. Do you need anything? Do you need help from my end to find my father? Unfortunately, I have no idea where he is. All I know is that he's been very, very into something, researching something magical, but unfortunately, I don't really know much more of that. Even if you would tell me, I wouldn't understand, probably.
Oh, wait a minute. Turn around, and is our boon companion with us?
Ailish?
Yeah, sure.
What about whispering to the group just among us? What about Ailish, eh? Look at you, lad, huh? Strong and fit. What, you're not like taking my hands like do you mind? Can I do something?
Sure.
Just like check his shoulders. Oh, look at that. Strong lad.
He straightens himself. Oh, let me put his image there. Tommy, can you help me with the image? No, you don't have it. Oh, I have it here.
That's on there.
Yeah, I always call him Aishlin, but it's just the deep Elvish accent of mine. Eilish stands proud and says, "Well, I've been riding giant seahorses since I was a little kid."
I was going
We
to say,
not
it's
see this
like
coming. Yeah. How do we not see this? He's perfect. Look at him. Maybe fix his hair a bit, but he looks good. Yeah. Give him one of these the little punch right there. In
Bumps,
his chest. I tell you what.
He smiles and nods and says, "Well, this gets us closer to our missions." missions
You can
go.
ride the
And
chariot, and we'll go check out the dead. We come back, you're a hero, and done all this, and then we can further our own cause of getting paid, yeah? While doing good things.
okay, but we need to find out where the Sahuagin are swarming.
Yeah.
Maybe you should ask the Lord about it. Maybe he knows. We haven't asked him yet.
Oi! Turn around. Now's the time. Do it. Ask him.
That's for what's his charisma and all that. One sec.
No, God, not you. Put my hand up. No, Mayra, ask him. What are you doing?
He leaves there.
She's got a lot more subtlety and knows how to navigate these tough political difficulties. Or someone? Can you tell him?
We shared the letter with him, didn't we?
But he's done a bit of this. He doesn't remember nothing.
Well, it seems like he's still done a little bit of
Well,
that.
the question is where how do you call him? I call him Aishlin. Aishlin, the Deep Sea Elven Knight, was suggesting to ask where the Sahuagin are swarming, what he knows about all this. So, because you have not asked him yet, not asked Lord Drunard about this yet, so that's what he's suggesting. That's not in the letter.
Very good idea. Thank you. Thank you, our champion.
So are you stepping forward? Is Mara stepping forward or not really?
I think
All right, so Aishlin steps forward and bows.
Wait, no, not you. Wait. Hold on.
Yes, what do you want?
We're coming up with a plan. It takes time and it's happening all of a sudden. Give it a minute.
Okay.
You've got nothing better to do.
No, take your time. And choose your words wisely.
Thank you very much in all this. We should bring up the fish people. So he knows what they're getting together. It's a great idea. Patting Iceland again. Oh, it's a great idea. So wise.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
right.
But they are the ones battling them, aren't they?
Hopefully.
Right.
I thought we were going to ask the dad, but some might know.
Right. Yeah. Lord Drunard, you know our purpose in coming as your father requested our assistance against the Sahuagin, the Sea Devils, that have been mustering against you.
I have read the letter he wrote you, yes, he says.
And you indicated the last time we talked that you did not know much about this, if anything. But perhaps you've had some time to reflect and there have been new developments that perhaps you're aware of you could share with us?
Well, it's that my father doesn't really share his strategy with me. But I know our people are in battle with these Sahuagin. I mean, we send our men to fight them on our shores. That is something I know. They show up. Bring a map here. So they bring a map of the Carhill Sea, which is back here. And he says, well, they are... he points on his estate and where he's marked. This is the one here, right? So he says, they swarm from the sea. They attack our lands on this shore here. But they've been seen near Dragon Crown Reach, even. Dragon Crown Reach, even, and on this shore, to the north of the Seat of Scales. My father has spent much of our vaults treasures to bolster our armies and to keep keep our forces on the shores at all times, to be vigilant and to repel these Sahugin incursions that happen usually overnight. Well, actually, no, actually, it was always during the night. So that's all I can tell you about them. I don't know much about them. They are vicious and they are frenzied killers, but our men could keep them at bay so far.
Are other clans affected?
Oh,
Just yours?
yes, Clan Astrilox to the south. I show you on the map. One second. Bring another glass of this. And he sends somebody away for more drinks.
This is the Witch Clan, correct?
Which I wouldn't say them to their faces.
Wait, which clan is this?
Astrolax.
This is
Astrilax. They are.
No, you said which clan?
no.
Their domain is the Wingshield Islands. He says, yeah, here, and then he spills some of the red wine, on the map. This will not come out. Anyway,
Mayra leans over to remind Rax they're a clan of witches led by the Coil, the Lady Astralis. She follows
exactly. The coil.
the doomsayer of the Heaven Serpent.
Yes.
They are not known for their compassion.
They are managing trade, but they have been doing this for centuries. Trade with the Western continents, the Wingshield Islands, the first shield of our nation against any incursion from the west, and also a gate which Clan Astrilax has been commanding for hundreds, if not thousands of years. Now, their current lord or lady the Coil, she's a devotee of the Aben Serpent, the end of all times, she says. She's looking into the future to see when the world will come to an end. We are trading. All the clans are giving them we are trading through Clan Astrilax with the West mostly, but they're more concerned about their divinations into the future. So yeah, they have a problem with the Sahugin as well. So they've been attacked from the south many times, and there's another kind of spot where these Sahugin are spawning or making the sea foam. But Clan Astrilax considers this their own problem, and they say they can handle it themselves.
Wait, which clan? And then Nudge Co. Comedy comes in free, man. Please continue.
He's laughing. He's like, so the problem is that there are more and more Sahugin, and soon we will not be able to handle them. That's why my father tries to, being the only one who tries to unite the 6 clans and the Council of Scales to act as one nation against this threat.
Does your dad have any enemies?
Things for the probably, but none I know of. He's a strict man. He might have offended many, but he is one of the rulers, one of the 6 rulers of this land. We are in no grudge with the other 5 clans, if that's what you mean. We are not in a. We didn't take any threats or anything like that, and neither did we threaten anyone. All my father wants is a united front against the Suhugin, but that needs to be decided on the council, and he's missing, so we need to find him.
Right. So getting your dad's the top priority. We do understand that. And
Lives depend on it.
do we all feel right about we go the way we go, and our champion here drives a chariot in our place? Hey?
I actually kind of likes the idea. Strengthens himself again.
If he wants to.
If Ko's noticing that he's interested, so then he votes up. How many of the chariot drivers die each year in this race?
That is a very
Oh, it's not a deadly. It's
That
not
is
a,
a very good question.
it's not a deadly competition. It's the rules don't allow you to attack or fight one another. It's just a
Wait.
race. You need to be better than with your chariot than the others. There are some obstacles which might turn, which might be dangerous, but it's minor injuries. Maybe a leg broken. And looks at his leg.
Then, because Ko's looking at the chariot that can breathe, has dragon breath, has blades on the side.
Okay, wait. This is a war chariot that I got for my 87th birthday, right? From my father.
you know,
he won't be
look,
using
pay
that.
over 40.
This is not a race chariot. The other chariots won't look like this. This is a special, something special.
Oh, so you're cheating?
Well, you can't use its breath weapon ability. I mean, you can't make it breathe lightning on others. That would be
come
considered as cheating, and you'd be eliminated from the race. Don't do that. Looks at Aisling. Said, no, of course not.
I think at that, Ko would lean over is like, it's a foreign land. We do not know their customs. If you want to, you should, but I don't know if it helps our cause. And holds on our cause.
Yeah.
It probably wouldn't hurt our cause.
Look, I would be happier if you wouldn't stay till the middle of the day, because when the sun is highest, that's when the race starts. I would be happy if you'd leave immediately to look for my father. You showed me the letter. It says the western side of the gullet. It's a several mile territory to search. The quicker you start, the quicker you finish.
Does he have a keep he likes to go to often out in that area?
I don't know. I don't know where he went there, what he was looking for.
Fair enough.
He travels via magic. He doesn't have a ship, if that's what you mean, a crew there.
Well, a place that he does research from, study, a fortress.
No, we don't have anything there. That's not our territory. That's Yestria territory. We don't have anything permanent there.
Well,
So
sounds like we,
Ashley,
yeah.
do we accept it, the challenge or not?
There is no challenge. I would not accept it. I would love to. He doesn't break down from his format. I would love to do this. This sounds like fun.
You're here.
Well,
Also, we can win this chariot, right? And he looks at the Lord. Well, yes. If you win it.
Can others aid Ashley with magic?
Sure, at the beginning, probably, yes. Who would know?
what about people posted up on rooftops, doing a little bit of covering fire and all that?
What? Firing?
Yeah, I mean, to keep an eye and make sure everybody keeps it up on the uppity.
Look, all eyes will be on the race, he says. Even I will be seated somewhere on one of the balconies. Did you reserve my balcony? Looks at the Brontier, who the main servant is. Yes, sir.
Looking at the group.
Yes, sir, the balcony has been reserved.
We need a strong voice in this. Are we doing this or are we going? Ko doesn't want to do it. Ko's ready to get on the road. I'm also ready to get on the road and go find his dad. I think every minute spent not doing that, possibly this
Unless
fella's...
something has changed, we cannot leave. At the earliest, we cannot leave until tonight.
Oh. Oh, so we're stuck here then?
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Let's race it up, lads!
Enjoy, Rax.
So
Enjoy.
Drunard goes,
We
no,
was leaving.
win it for my house, win it for my clan, win it for me,
Ah,
win it for my father.
That's a great shirt, by the way, April.
Oh,
That's such a cool shirt.
thank you.
So,
So let's do side
Win
quests.
win it for the
two
CEOs.
side quests. All right, so
sea elves.
for Glory and Orvanshi. Well, you're all escorted outside there, and well, Lord Drunark allows you allows you and Aishlin to ride and test this vehicle, and you go on the court, and then you're taken to the streets of the Wormrise with some of the Shatterwind men, and even Lord Drunark comes out, holding on to two of his slave servants, and watches Aishlin riding and testing the Thunderbolt Charger, which
Attuning to it as he does that.
and he also Drunard also tells Aishlin, you need to feel it, you need to become one with it, and when it accepts you, it will fly you to heavens. And then Aishlin gets better and better doing this.
They grow up so fast.
So he tries the head. Once he's able to control it, he tries the head, which can bite, and then tries a gore attack with it, and with the huge horn on the front. The thing looks like a blue dragon, as I said. Then
As he's in the midst of practicing, look at the group and say,
We can all agree that there's a high likelihood of shenanigans on the part of the other teams. Right? Magical interference and all that. A bit of sabotage. I say we do what we... What's that?
You have a devious mind.
I do have a devious mind. I deal with devious people, come from a devious place. And this place is extremely devious. I mean, you can taste it in the air. What's that taste? The deviousness. It's all over. It's everywhere. So, maybe a good idea that we... Maybe a good idea that we keep an eye out for that sort of thing. I could be posted up somewhere with Celeste, keeping an eye out for saboteurs. Cole, going around keeping an eye out for people doing their thing. Mayra watching out. We got Lars doing a little bit of an overview. I don't know how it goes. I'm not tactical, but
I'll make sure no one cheats.
yeah, we make sure nobody cheats.
why are you talking
That's
about?
not cheating. That's just safety. Safety's number one. That's what they tell us.
I imagine that they have their own methods of ensuring no one cheats, and in fact, that could prevent us from being able. They have these fang wardens. Fang wardens? Did I get that right?
No. Order
No.
of fangs of order. Fangs of order. So while you're talking about this, you see Drunard and Aishlin practicing and Drunard giving commands, but also saying, don't expend all the charges, but try this, focus on flying, and then the whole thing just takes to the air, and then now release the bolt, and it's crackling energy, lightning comes out of the mouth into the
You
air.
see what he just did? He told us there's no lightning in the race. You're not going to use that, and I was teaching them how to do it. Cheating is how they win. It's
And
the
then
name of the game.
you see these.
And everything he said was with a smile in his eye. Oh, we're not going to do that.
You see these fangs of order who are defending the gate, just coming up into the air, watching this whole scene unfold, and Drunart is hushing them away, like with a wave of the hand, and then they return and keep an eye on the chariot, and then Aisling comes back and says, "I think I can control it now. I'm ready." And then Drunart says, "All right, well."
What are the rules? If you want to make sure no one cheats.
Oh, nobody's going to cheat on this race because they get eliminated. I tell you the rules in a moment. Okay, so the rules are quite simple. You must stay under a height of 20 feet throughout the race, risking elimination if the chariot flies any higher. All of the riders are allowed to use their own skills, spells, equipment, magic items, and unique abilities of their chariots. However, outside interference is prohibited and punished by elimination.
So no cheating.
Charioteers can only attack each other's chariots. It's usually just getting, bumping into another, getting them off track or something like that, turning them over maybe, but not attacking any of the other. He looks at Aisling. Don't use any force against the other charioteers, because you will get eliminated immediately.
Or their mounts.
Or their mounts, yes.
I was just staring at the dagger on the wheel and just like, this does not make sense.
First chariot to cross the finish line wins the race and receives a prize. This year's prize, reminded. What was this? This year's prize was some sort of a magic eye of some sort.
A magic eye.
It is called the Eye of Isrofraxillar.
We're gonna work on that name.
That's a good dragon name.
That's right.
Yes, some sort of a red dragon, the Eye of Isrofraxillar. I haven't seen it myself. This was just announced. We have this letter. Bring up the letter, and then Balantir again runs and brings up the rules and invitation letter and says, the first prize is the Eye of Isrofraxillar. It's a magical ruby. It's a magical ruby cut in the shape of a dragon's eye, said to have been crafted by the red dragon wizard Isrofraxillar after losing an eye in a fierce battle. This wondrous item has 3 power charges. While holding it in one's hand, it can grant new ways of like extra vision. One can see in the dark, or see better like a dragon does, or you can. It enhances its users' visibility, and also it can be destroyed to summon. To change the user into a red dragon for 1 minute, and then he scrolls up the scroll.
Really?
That's a prize?
That's the prize for the
What
winner.
an interesting item.
Yeah. Quick question. Mm-hmm. Pointing over at the fangs, who controls them?
Oh, them. They are controlled by the council. They serve the council. They get a handful of precious gemstones to start their horde. These are all young dragons aspiring to. They are serving the city for a few decades before they fly out to establish their own territory throughout the islands. But first, they are serving us, as the dragon pact dictates. And he looks at them, and the dragons bow sort of to him.
Yeah, but who do they report to?
To the council.
Oh, I mean the individual. That sort of
The judges of the council. There are numerous judges.
And who do the judges work for?
They work for the 6 ancient clans.
Right,
The
they work
council.
for the council, eh?
Excuse me?
No, that's all I need to know.
The Council of Scales.
Oh, corruption. It's everywhere in this place. You can taste it.
What does it taste like? I have to know now. You've said it twice. What does corruption taste like?
It's toxic on the tongue, isn't it? It sort of scratches at the soul. It's a bit salty even. It's sweet on the back end, but it gives you a cramp in the stomach. Not good.
So it's a main dish. It's a main dish.
No, it's not. No, it's.
No.
Imagine your favorite dish
Yes.
cooked by someone who doesn't know, that they've added too much salt
Okay.
and
All
burned
right.
everything to a crisp.
Okay.
That's
Okay,
what
so
it's-
Lord Drunar says, look at, we can take the Thunderbolt Charger. Soon it's even time for the stop. Go to Wave Crusher Boulevard and get in line. I will send Volunteer, and he will. Brontier will announce you as our riders. Win this one for me. I will be on the walls of the Worm Rise, watching from above. And if you win it, I'll be the happiest in the city.
And if he wins it, who gets that gem?
He does.
Definitely, he does. Before,
Right.
like he looks at you before he says who gets the gem, and when Fermalar speaks, he looks at Fermalar with a bit of an arrogant look. Says, "Of course, the deep sea elf does."
Just making sure.
All right, so you walk back.
Go, because we talked about food, is like grilling racks, the whole way of like, now, how did you come up with this corruption tastes like this? Like just every ounce overtaken, because it's just like,
I've eaten a lot of bad food and
Oh,
drinking a lot
okay.
of things that have gone bad.
now I
No.
see the connection. Now I see the connection. Because
Yeah.
the connection
And
is
this
like
is something that should be
these
good.
things that have made you think this way.
Yeah, you made a great statement earlier. We're talking about community and all this and your people. That makes you feel good, yeah?
Yes.
Yeah, well, it should feel good. Living in a place like this with all this majesty and all these dragons and all this beautiful stuff, it should feel good. But there's there's an underlying current of awful. It rises just beneath the surface, right? I don't know. Look, I could be completely wrong.
No.
I don't think I am. There's a bit of awful evil running underneath it all. Something's poisoned the well, but we're still serving all the water from the well, and eventually it makes everyone sick. That's
No,
all.
I think you're exactly right, and I like your analogy and analysis. It's just the fully thought out, articulate, and parallelism that you've constructed with food and corruption, surprising to me in a delightful, scary kind of way.
Oh, well, I'm glad I could relate it in such a good way to you.
Yes, yes.
Oh, I appreciate that. Oh, no, I don't always make sense.
Strong. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, good. Well, that feels good, Co. Thanks.
Yes, and I do mean it as a compliment. It's just when you hear the new thing, you have to know more about the new thing.
Yeah, no, I do agree with that. I agree completely. Thank you. But by the way, can we address something? Like again, turn around to the group.
Well, we're walking down, aren't we?
Yeah, you're walking down the way of the dignified, and you see the crowd gathering below at the shores.
I do feel like I want to tell you, I do like you all very much.
Okay.
I mentioned something last night around on a boat, and it's true. And I do want you to know that my plan is when we were all done with all this, I do plan on turning myself in to face some proper justice and all that. I've turned over a new leaf. I'm a new man, and But I do feel responsible, and I do plan on facing whatever justice awaits. I just want to...
It's the right thing to do,
I do agree. It's the right thing to do.
and I'll be there beside you.
Very kind. I appreciate it.
To make sure you turn yourself in.
Yeah, oh, there it is.
Then you don't change your mind.
Yeah.
It makes sense. That was it was like, oh, it's my buddy to make sure you turn yourself in. Yeah.
He's just supporting you.
Right.
So as you walk down the way of the dignified between these gigantic statues of once great nobles of the islands of half-dragon nobles of the islands of Centros, you can see that in the Bay Area the crowd is culminating around the mall, and there's heavy activity there. And as you walk in and past the crowd, like a festival atmosphere, you go from shoulder to shoulder and and go through people. You come to the start of the racetrack, and especially when as Aishlin rides the Thunderbolt Charger, people just separate, and the road opens up in front of you, and then he rides in, and then you walk into the start line, which is at the 72-fold spire, the Temple of Magic, and the crowd cheers, and you're aiding this dwarven head servant of House Shatterwind. He walks up to the organizers and then speaks to them and points at Aishlin and the Thunder Charger, and they will bow, and then he tells Aishlin to stand in line, and you can see all the other contestants who are also announced as it starts. So I tell you, as the announcement starts, basically let's say you're waiting for a bit, and then the race starts soon, and before it starts there is this loud voice announcing all the contestants and participants. You can see banners flying in the air. Everything is decorated around the mall. Spectators gather on both sides of the world to witness the race, while half-dragon nobles watch from elevated podiums, balconies, or even the walls of Wormrise, where you can also spot Lord Drunar Shatterwind looking down at the race and watching it from distance. So, Aishlin stands proud, like a knight, on the Thunderbolt Charger, and then this voice speaks out. This year's Chase of the Dragons begins. The contestants are from Clans Latazar, Father Harsine of the Wondermaker, and then you see this man waving a hand. You can see on the image, you can see this golden chariot with the Pegasus in front of it, and there is this middle-aged man, obviously now announced as the priest of the Wondermaker, priest of magic, waving to the crowd, and everybody's like, "Yay! Hooray! Hooray!" You see the image? Mm-hmm. Okay. From Clan Astrilax, Kaiv. You can see this, he's not waving, on the very left. You can see this black chariot. There is a half-dragon. No, actually, only help me out. He's not a half-dragon, let's see. The images. Anyway, there is this black chariot, and in front of it there are two monks, basically warrior monks, and they are pulling the chariot, right? And then there's a third monk standing on the chariot, and he doesn't wave. He just looks around, and everybody's like, "Yay!" cheer. From Clan Frockin, Larissa's the Worm Slayer. And then you can see one of your colleagues on the very right of the image, a muscle bulky man standing behind the chariot, drawn by a triceratops. Okay. And he's like, yeah! And everybody's like, yeah! The Worm Slayer of Oathbreaker! And then they say, from Clan Viltras, Jarnine the Blooded. You can see this half-orc on a chariot drawn by a half-green dragon wyvern, as you can see on the image. He's also a big muscle guy with the whip and cracks the whip and he smears his beard. On Viltras! He shouts. And then the announcer goes, from Clan Yestriel, it's Karik Sarnus. And you see next to the Pegasus, you can see a silver dragon. There's no rider, it's just a chariot, and in front of it there's a silver dragon. And the silver dragon brings his head up high, and everybody cheers. So this is from Clan Yestriel, Karik Sarnus. And then finally, as a final announcement, it says, from Clan Shatterwind, Aisling. And then everybody's like, yay! And he's
amazing, isn't he?
and he stands behind, and he's like a bit reserved, you know, and like just raising a hand, and everybody's like, yeah!
So humble. What is he, a knight? This is exciting.
Let the race begin! And then there's this cord in front of them which goes down, and they all start, and there's this huge race. You guys want to roll?
Move the image. So we can
Oh yeah, I can. Yeah, I show you the. I will remove the image like this.
Let's talk about the race course a bit.
Okay, so the race course. Let's put this. I'll put it to the side. Maybe we'll use it later. So the race course, you can see on this image. This is going to be a very, very quick race. So this distance is 1,800 feet altogether. Going around the moat, you can see the ships there docking, and actually your ship is inside one of these docks. There is the tea house somewhere here, and the race course starts off with I put a few of these little tokens here to represent the racers. It starts off with two statues that block the way, so there's a narrow space in between them where you need to be first to get through. Okay. I will tell you the race, but let's not roll it now, unless you want to go into.
Say, team. Anyone see anyone taking bets?
Yeah, you can see people taking bets.
Oi! As the race is going on, I think Rax is going to place a few bets.
Yeah, we will roll. We will not roll for the whole race. I'm just telling you what happens. We will roll a d6 there.
John, are you rolling or who's
I
rolling?
was trying and hit the wrong button. Did we stick?
Wait! Before you roll, who are you betting on?
Oh, I'm betting on our guy.
Oh, yeah, okay.
I'm gonna split my bet.
Secretly.
Yeah. I want to put, I'll put 50 gold on our fella, and I also want to put 50 gold on the fella on the T-Rex. Not the T-Rex, on the Triceratops.
Triceratops.
And also on the worm slug.
Yeah. You've heard this phrase, the frog with worm slayers, several times now. Concerning your armor, that it's probably been made there. Also, you meet one of them here. I would like to again raise attention to the silver dragon of Clan Yestriel taking part in this race, if you want to make friends. But let's roll the d6.
Alright. 6.
6! And that's Aisling.
So Ashley wins. All right, great.
Yeah. But let me tell you how it goes, okay, very briefly, because this is something I recommend our kind viewers to play through with their players. It takes some time, but when you're, if it's one of the players, it's probably more fun. But they all race against this narrow space where they want to get through first before the others. So Aisling just, uses the command word and flies ahead and makes it really quick, slips through, all the rest follows. One of them bumps into it, the statue falls over, and then the others jump over it, and then, next obstacle. The next obstacle, as you can see on the road, is it might not be very clear, but it's a thin line with potions hanging from above. So everybody can grab a potion which they gulp, and this is obviously some
Mario
sort of,
Kart.
yeah, some sort of a boost. You don't see them speeding up, but those who can grab it, not everybody can grab it, but those who can grab it, they take their turns better, and it's a guidance potion. Aisling grabs it and takes this very, very hard turn very easily with this guidance potion, where there is fire and smoke, and he goes through the fire and smoke. He doesn't see much, but he doesn't.
That's our guy. Come on.
Yeah, he doesn't bump into the wall of fires on both sides, and then he continues on the straight line when there is this water. What is that?
Trench.
Water trench, yeah, which he takes easily and goes through. He's being followed by the Triceratops. Is actually quite slow, but very stable, right? But the Pegasus is very quick, but the guy, this priest, is not a big rider, not a very experienced rider, and goes off and can take the turn and goes into the fire in a wrong angle, and the wings of the Pegasus just catch fire, and there's this neighing of the horse, of the Pegasus, and then it comes out in smoke, covered in smoke and all that. But Aisling is on the front, and then what's next?
Home stretch.
And then there is the home stretch where the cordons, these barriers are removed, and the crowd just, with a rally, people are just standing on the road watching who's coming, and that's the obstacle basically. And then Aisling very neatly navigates them, not hitting anybody on the road. Actually flies over again a couple of people, just staying under 20 feet as instructed by the Lord. If you take a glance at the wall, you can see Lord Drunard, just cheering, 2 hands up in the air and waving flags of house, clan Shatterwind.
We're number 1.
And then Aisling lands on the at the end, and he wins the race, and everybody just the crowd, all these people who were basically filling up the home stretch, they run to him and get him off the chariot and carry him on their backs to a podium where they put him up. And then there's this one of these judges who comes up in a very elegant long robe and holds a little speech. Everybody is cheering, and they hand him. Tommy, can you drop the image, please?
Yeah, I'm doing it.
They hand him a handful, quite large ruby.
much does Co weigh?
I think we did. Yeah, over 300.
Over 300?
Yeah.
Hold on.
So during the race, there are these maneuvers that they make. So they either accelerate or try to evade the others. They want to some of them hinder the others. They they make ride-by attacks or even violent rams, risking their own stuff. So basically, very quickly, I'm just telling you that the golden dragon chariot clan Zlatozar with the father tries to evade everything. He's not really a good rider, but he also tries to evade all of the attacks. The Astrolux ones, the two monks drawing the third monk in the chariot, running like crazy. They're strong and they're running like crazy. They mostly do violent rams into other chariots to turn them over. The Frog King guy with the Triceratops, he uses the Triceratops to attack the chariot of others, so making ride-by attacks. The Viltress ones with the green half dragon wyvern, they try to hinder others, so they push them aside or stand in front of them, try to hinder them in their movement. And the silver dragon also does these ride-by attacks, basically just trying to claw or bite at the other chariot to demolish it, basically. This is how the
Co
race
weighs
goes.
300 pounds? Okay, great. I can lift 540 pounds.
Oh my god.
So Rax is gonna, once he wins, I think Rax is overcome with enthusiasm and excitement, and probably pats Lars like on the shoulder and like does this to Mayra, and then reaches down, gets underneath, and lifts Ko up on his shoulders, and is like, yes, yes.
Yeah, the crowd goes wild. Oh, I think
Co's eyes have to go big, but he's got me in the
And
never
he drinks up the
experienced
Ko.
anything
We
like
did
that.
it!
And then
Oh boy!
then the whole crowd just very, very slowly disperses. Everybody wants to drink with Aishlin. They invite him everywhere in the city. Come to my booth, come to my place, all of that. And old ladies come and hug him, and they are just surprised to see a deep sea elf. In one, on one hand, on the other hand, they are really happy about the winner because this is a big, big thing in this city. And then you find yourself on your own with everybody shouting congratulations and all that. You can see that he gets recognized all over the city now. Okay. So that's very important. All the merchants shake hands with him. He's a known guy now. So that's an important aspect. And I think this is where we should stop for now. And
I'll say one thing before we stop.
Yeah, sure.
Is it look at the group and just say, it's good to be the known fella. It's also good to be the one next to the known fella.
Yeah. So wherever Aisling goes from here, you're the one who won the race. Hey, come free drinks. I give you 10% off of everything. Hey, you have a taste of this. He becomes very quickly. He becomes a known figure.
Yeah.
All right.
We raised him well.
This is where we stop this session, and we'll continue with the next one. What do you guys think? What would you like to add? This is a more social session. Good job. What a D6 roll that was.
I will say that is a pretty cool race course, and the chariot is humdug amazing, and the prize and stuff, all of that, really, really, really cool elements in that. So that was pretty pretty cool to see. So glad, that's my feedback.
Okay, I didn't want to drag you into all the roles and mapping it out, because I felt you guys are maybe want to move on to other things. It might have taken up too much of our time, but yeah, and it turned out so well. So
I think
Lucky
it's
Ashley.
super lucky. Actually, he did
lucky,
so good.
actually.
John, good roll, John.
Yeah, good job.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. The real MVP. I think it was a super cool thing, and I think it would have been a lot of fun to play through. I will tell you, it was a lot of fun just rooting for him. I don't know if that was kind of maybe that I don't know how odd that felt, but I thought that was a real hoot. I had smiles the whole time. That was awesome. It was an awesome moment.
After you get the
we
feeling
could
of
like cheer on our teammate. It was very cool. It was really fun.
happy you liked it. John?
No, I'm reminded of listening to so many other D&D podcasts of like, oh, that NPC that you love that you didn't know you'd love till you loved them. And it's like, oh,
It just
found him.
happened.
Yeah. And you see, his history is building.
Yeah.
And then Morgar will rip his head off. You'll be so sad.
That's what I wanted to say. Let's make sure he doesn't die.
Now we have to protect him.
A gruesome death.
Yes, you can go fight the big baddie, but we need you safe. So
We're gonna wrap him in a bubble wrap.
The ball will wrap you up. Yep.
Flash forward.
Just put him next to the spell slaves.
Yeah.
Stay here. Be safe.
Congratulations! Look what you've done. Couple of friends. And good parents.
Oh, did you forget about the spell slaves?
I did the
No.
You did, right?
Good berries tomorrow.
I did also, but next episode we will deal with them.
To feed them. We'll feed them next episode.
Yeah, I feel a bit bad that we didn't play through, because I thought we might not want to, but then I see that maybe Joe would have been into it. Or,
It would have been a full session, I think, too.
yeah, probably. It's very detailed, going down.
How many feet? Who goes,
How many feet? Maybe it's boring for our kind viewers. This is much better. And also, John just put the dot on the I.
That roll.
he just made a hero here, which might come handy or not so much that he's known everywhere.
Yeah.
We will see. Next
back in boat.
episode.
But for inter-clan or species relations, it's definitely a win.
It's definitely a win.
True. I didn't even think of that. That's very true. What a great thing. Ah, so good.
see how Lord or Clan Cornelius responds to that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I would like to add that Lord Shatterwind, is very happy, and he really does live up to his word and give you the chariot, and he celebrates for days to come, unless you find his father before, because then he stops. And this is not just a prominent thing for Aisling getting known, but also for Clan Shatterwind winning the race, and people speak so that Clan Shatterwind won the race. So that's very important for him, and for you, and for his father, and maybe even, as you mentioned, because I would like to add to this, that this might come very handy politically, that the clan has the favor of the city, and people and are talking about Clan Shatterwind and may support them differently. So yes, but we will see next episode. So I would like to thank everyone for watching. Thank you to John and April and Joe from Twice the Dice for being with us on this race. And please visit Twice the Dice, where April and Joe plays Crown of the Oathbreaker. And please visit elderbrain.com if you're interested in this adventure, Torrents of the Spellhoarder, and Crown of the Oathbreaker. And please catch us on Discord, where we plan our next adventure, Scepter of the Lightbringer. Please also like and subscribe to keep track of our future sessions. And John is gone.
He's back.
Don't quit early. You thought we were over, huh? But no, this is where we wave and smile and say goodbye and see
I was
you.
gonna say, are we done? It's not loading right.
See you next session, guys. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being with us.
Bye bye.
Bye.